we've got to go home. We're late. Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean, over there? Please, Hans, we've got to go. It's a secret. You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never ever mention this to anyone.
It's right there! You see?
But it's dark in there.
Don't worry, I took a lantern. From the factory. Girls, honestly.
You won't look so clever when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns. Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you.
Look, Anna. Look.
I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like...
You swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there.
Oh, come on.
It's like a toy. I have to have it. Give me some light.
But Hans, it's much too high. Do be careful, Hans. Hans, be careful.
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning he opened his eyes, but I knew he would never be the same again. We never did return to the cave, and to this day, I have never ever betrayed our secret.
Hello and good day. Gonna continue with Syberia. Figure out where the hell Momo went. Yeah. Oops. I show you how to pull out the proper menu in this game. Even the concierge. Oh, no, wow. This is like a lot of noise, but kind of reminds me of Bob Ross. Shout out to Bob Ross. Well, our Ross isn't alive anymore, but I guess I would say rest in peace to Bob Ross. Okay, that is a old ass bolt.
I could use one of the oars from this boat as a lever, but how am I ever going to get a hold of it?
That is a excellent question, Kate. Oh.
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
Momo come here often. Momo like make splash in water.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Well, got a lot of questions for you, Momo.
Because of you, Momo, I look more like an explorer than a lawyer now. If Dan could see me, I don't think he'd like what he saw.
Momo don't know Dan.
That's probably a good thing. Dan seems like a butthead. We'll wait for the mission part.
We need one of the oars from the old rowing boat. Could you get it, please?
Momo say yes. Momo strong and kind.
I keep doing that, like clicking the wall that run. I keep clicking the
Or too far
options
away.
that advance
Momo
the
not like
mission.
water.
Momo, you better get your ass in this water. Well, let's exhaust the other options.
I've I've got something.
Momo,
Tell me, Momo, do you really think that after all these years, Anna's brother is still alive?
Anna always say hands go away, but hands come back maybe.
Tell me, Momo, I met someone real interesting in the factory, a kind of robot called Oscar. Now, he told me about a train. Anna didn't tell you where it was going, did she?
Train! Train! Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Woo!
Momo, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, you got a little too excited.
You are a strange one, Momo. I'm beginning to see why Anna Vorarlberg liked you.
Momo, Momo look like Hans. Momo very proud.
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons.
Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like Hans. Momo friend of automatons.
Talk about Anna.
Tell me, Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna?
Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
So you reckon the cave that Hans and Anna found is round here? You wouldn't know where it is exactly, would you?
Cave disappear. Psst. Anna say nobody find it. Disappear. Psst. Like magic.
Caves don't go disappearing like that. It must be hidden by something. That's all.
Momo like playing hide and seek.
Caves must disappear in Valladolid.
Why have you brought me here?
Mammoth doll in cave. Very important for Hans, Anna say.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Momo not liar.
I didn't call you a liar. Relax.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
The dam?
That must be broken. I've got to get a helping hand here.
I know just the person.
Momo, I've got...
Momo,
Can you help me, please?
what do?
Help me open the dam.
Momo strong.
God damn.
Oops.
Bruh. Excuse my language. Broken lever. I don't know. Can I use this for the boat? I guess, maybe.
Ugh, that ore is all dirty and wet.
Bruh, you better.
That ore is all dirty and wet.
You're no Lara Croft.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Help me again.
I've moved the ore nearer. Be a good boy and carry it for me?
Momo say yes.
Never liked when people say be a good boy. My ethnicity may play a factor into that, I'm not gonna lie. And I just ran off with it.
Momo, I've got something.
Momo,
Why have you brought me here?
Mammoth doll.
Cave?
Momo,
Just give me that ore, bro.
I need a hand opening the dam.
Momo say yes. Momo's strong. Momo's strong.
Thank you, Momo.
Appreciate it, big dog.
I don't need to do that again.
Okay, alright. Sorry. Wool. Okay, you just left. Oh, is this the cave that just magically disappeared? He didn't look very hard. What's the mammoth, bro? They look like, the Arbiters of Death. AKA Grim Reaper. Mammoth doll. This must be the doll that was in the movie. Bro, let me out. Okay. Is this my mom again?
Hello?
Kate? Is it you?
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
I know. I talked to Lynn, who bumped into Joss, and she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marston tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Farah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomy's. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250, 200?
$140. Just get yourself back here and I'll go down with you.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here. Look after yourself.
You too.
Yeah, I will.
Looks like the only decent person. I believe that's Olivia. Yeah. It's like the only decent person that I've called. Her mom seems like she's got some mental issues with a self-absorbed personality underneath it. And Dan just seems like a butthead, to be honest. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. What am I doing? Put the cylinders in the train. What? Join Oscar at the station. Okay. Station. Wait, what? Put the music box in the train, put the memo. Yeah, I just got the. Do I have a music box? I got it. I'm guessing the train is. Yeah, okay. This is very empty. For some reason, this atmosphere kind of reminds me of that Kristen Stewart movie that just came out. I want to say it's called Spencer. I'm not entirely sure. I have not seen the movie. Oh, hello. It's gonna keep clicking till the icon comes up.
If that's going to work, it looks like...
What goes here?
These shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
I really don't think I'm doing this right, but whatever. Did I do it?
If that's going to work...
Oh, okay. And then this one is the voiceover down. That's pretty advanced for such an old game. You can watch playbacks.
If that's going...
Okay, let's go talk to Oscar. Walk to
Hey
me.
there, Oscar.
My functions do not permit me familiarity, Kate Walker, even if you are my first and only passenger.
Me? Your passenger?
Yes, you, Kate Walker. Is it not for that reason you completed my production process?
If you say so. Oscar, you know you could just call me Kate. It would be so much nicer, especially as we're going on such a long journey together.
I am sorry, Kate Walker, but I have already logged your name. I cannot modify this data, and my functions do not permit me familiarity, Kate Walker.
Well, I hope your functions permit you to learn the difference between being familiar and quite simply nice.
She's kinda snappy.
I can't wait to meet Hans Vorarlberg. What about you?
I would find the experience inordinately gratifying.
And I won't forget to congratulate him on the success of his incredible automaton.
Why, thank you, Kate Walker.
This train is amazing. I'm going to travel like a princess.
I am happy that you like it, Kate Walker. This train has been designed to optimize passenger comfort.
I didn't even really, pay attention to the train. I should check that out.
Are you the only automaton on the train, Oscar?
I have been designed to attend to all tasks relating to the smooth functioning of the train and the comfort of its passengers.
Okay, Oscar. I don't doubt your talents for a second.
And Anna.
Poor Madame Vorarlberg. I'm sure she would have loved to come along.
This train was designed for only one passenger, Kate Walker.
So, it's like I've taken her seat.
You gotta have a lot of money to ride a train just for one passenger.
I have decided to come along for the ride, Oscar. Ready when you are.
Your ticket, please.
My ticket? What are you talking about?
The rules clearly state, Kate Walker, every passenger of this train must possess a ticket.
Okay. And where do I get hold of a ticket?
Only the ticket vendor may issue tickets. You are in luck. The ticket office must be open now. You should go there immediately.
About to show me where it is? Let me check out this train first. I'm not gonna lie, this is a nice little train. Seems very big for just this couple rooms though.
But it's you?
What can I do for you, madam?
But Oscar, it's me, Kate Walker.
Correct. Your name is indeed Kate Walker.
Oscar, if you were in my shoes right now, what would you do?
My reasoning mechanism does not permit me to manage problems outside the mandate of my own functioning. What can I do for you, Kate Walker?
A train ticket, please. Why, do you sell anything else?
The only function of this ticket office is to issue tickets. You are requested to accelerate operations. The office closes in exactly 3 minutes. What can I do for you?
A ticket, please.
1 ticket?
Yes.
1 ticket. What is your final destination?
I don't know. It's you who told me I had to get a ticket.
A ticket to... travel, then. There you are. Do not lose it. This office is not entitled to produce duplicates. This advice also applies to the accompanying documentation.
What's that?
It's a nice ass train ticket.
The authorization for the release of the train. The ticket officer may ask you for it at any time.
But I mean, you are the...
Attention! The exact moment has arrived to close this office.
Bruh. Hopefully it's Olivia.
Kate, it's me again.
Oh my god, Dan.
Dan, I was gonna call you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Are you mad at me?
I've just called Marson and Lorma. They told me you weren't expected to return this week.
Oh, yeah.
So when are you coming home?
I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. The situation is kind of tricky, you know. At the beginning of next week, I hope.
Yeah, whenever.
Dan, please. Just hang in there, okay? The stakes are higher than I thought, and you know how much I love this job.
I suppose it's neither here nor anywhere to you that the Goldbergs are going to...
It is. I mean, it isn't. I mean, Dan, this really isn't the moment. You know I'm thinking about you. I love you, sweetheart, and I'll give you a call when I have some news. Promise. I've got to go now. I've got kind of a train to catch.
A train? Where are you off to now? This is crazy, Kate.
To tell you the truth, I've no idea. Love you, honey. You know that.
Kate!
She should really find a better partner. Dan seems demanding, clingy, bossy. Everything you don't want. Where's my ticket? Where's my ticket? Oh.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker. Keep it.
Why don't you want to take my ticket?
Exactly.
I must abide by regulations, Kate Walker. Not all departure conditions have been fulfilled. I must confirm your departure release.
You can be a real stickler for the rules, Oscar, my old fellow.
I agree. Wait, what?
There you are.
I cannot-
No, not again.
Why don't...
I must abide by...
You can be a real...
I have the release.
Here. This is the authorization for the release of the train.
It has not been signed, Kate Walker.
Bruh.
Oscar, you're going too far.
I agree.
You just gave me this.
Does the train belong to you, Kate Walker?
No.
So there. This train cannot leave Aladdin without the agreement of its owner.
I don't think Madame Varlberg is in a position to sign anything right now.
In that case, the stamp of her legal representative is perfectly sufficient. Please hurry up, Kate Walker. This train will soon depart, and I must ensure it is not delayed.
You being a real crusty ass motherfucker, Oscar. So I have to go back to the notary, or whatever his name, whatever his title is. wish quick travel was a thing. I wonder if me asking for quick travel is like just me being impatient and lazy. I know quick travel is like a quality of life mechanic in video games. It really didn't take long to get to where I just got to. Wait, is this what this is for? I'm guessing
If that's going to work.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
Oh no, I forgot the notary will be resting.
I appreciate the consistency with automatons and all of their tasks, no matter how mundane, but some of it seems a bit troublesome, but I guess it's worth it to keep I guess a balanced cohesiveness to it all. There should be like more high-profile stings from games. I think I already complained about this before with the lack of imagination when it comes to AAA titles. It's not to say they all have a lack of imagination, but I just feel like I'm just retreading water, so I'll shut up.
It's me again.
Hello, Kate.
Don't think for... Here. This is your stupid train release ratification, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. That is perfect.
I guess I gotta give you the ticket now.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker.
Girl, why?
Keep it.
I don't understand why you're still refusing to take this ticket.
Everything is in order, and an engineer prides himself.
On punctuality. Yes, Oscar, I remember. But what now? But what's up, Oscar? Why haven't you returned to your engine room?
If I may be so bold as to express a personal opinion on this matter, Kate Walker.
I'm all ears, Oscar.
I fear we have omitted to wind up the locomotive springs.
Is that all? Then let's do it, for Christ's sake.
I'm afraid I have no notion of how to implement this function, Kate Walker. It would seem that the makeshift completion of my production process is responsible for a lack of instruction on this matter.
Okay, right. I'll see to that myself then. I mean, a wind-up train can't be that complicated. You wait there. I won't be long.
Thank you, Kate Walker.
They make a good pair. Can't go down. Oh shit. A human being. Guessing it's here? Oh, that was easy. This seems like a very thin, like metal bar to wind up this entire train. I feel like in order to have that turning power, a bit more width would be necessary. Width. Such a weird word if English isn't your first, if English isn't your first language. Talk to me. Doesn't want to talk. Okay, we'll go back to the train now. I'm surprised they don't have an automaton doing that.
Right, everything is in order then. The train is finally ready to leave.
I am most terribly embarrassed. Such ignorance on my part is inadmissible. I hope you still have confidence in my abilities, Kate Walker. Please, return to your seat and we can leave.
Finally.
Finally is right. Well, this is nice. This game really is like incredibly ambitious. And I think the storytelling still holds up for such an old game. Surprised I haven't heard more people talk about it, to be honest. Maybe it's because the genre is so niche.
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Barockstadt University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate
You're
Walker.
being real American,
I guess we'd
Kate.
better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp. Oscar, we have a serious problem. How can we carry on our journey if this train doesn't want to budge? What are our options?
Every clock has its key, Kate Walker. Keep looking.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm gonna go see what I can find.
Bro, that was not helpful.
Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose. Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
Okie dokie. Time to get lost. Let's go this way.
Hello.
You arrived by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from Valladolid.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today,
Okay.
Have you been the station master of Barockstadt for a long time?
I've never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
Well, you don't seem to know a lot.
Wow.
And about that train, it's gonna get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
In fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
Investigation, huh? Hey, I'm just a station master. I don't know too much about
Why are you
anything.
getting nervous?
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
You see, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't.
Did he just like kill somebody while they sell?
You don't know where I might find equipment to wind up my train springs, do you?
No, not in this station, that's for sure. And I would know. You might want to try near the wall. So, thinking of staying for long, miss?
No. I mean, I don't know, actually. 1 or 2 days tops. You see, I've got to wind my train back up so that I can continue my journey.
It's just, if you stay here too long, I might get in trouble. The train should stop, then leave again. That's the rule. Besides, your machine's disturbing the birds.
Maybe you could take me up to this wall? If there were 2 of us, we could find what I need to wind up my train even quicker.
Miss, forgive me, I gotta stick by the rules. You know, I have to man the station. I don't want to get into trouble with my superiors at the university. You understand?
Well, let's talk about Hans.
The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
That's fair.
I'm sorry to junk up your station like this, but the spring mechanism on my train needs winding.
A spring-operated locomotive. There's a thing.
Yeah, and an impractical thing, too.
Yeah, I always dreamed of taking a train, but now I'm over the hill. And someone has to take care of the birds, after all.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Baruchstadt Ornithological Collection. Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly your typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back, and I still have a pain in my spine.
That sucks.
Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
Worst thing is, cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store, big trouble. I'm worried. Yep, worried.
This guy's interesting.
I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
I mean, I kind of did, but...
I won't disturb
Okay.
you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Baruchstadt, miss.
I just talked to Oscar. Did I not talk to Oscar about the mission? Well, before I go back to the train.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Well,
The door's
okay. Doesn't seem like I can do anything over there. At least, not right now. This must be the birds he was talking about. alright. I get it. Can I go back to the train from here? That would be very helpful, thank you. I guess one already talked about the
Everything
mission.
okay?
Yes, Kate Walker.
Oscar, we have a serious problem. How?
Every clock has its key.
Yeah,
Well, I hope.
that was my answer, exactly.
Oscar? See you.
In a while.
Find a way to move the train, distract the birds. Okay, well, walking up to him didn't work. Wasn't he down here? Pretty sure he was down here. Can I go anywhere else? Nope. I don't think I is gonna distract the birds, that's for sure. Everything is so empty. That is a pretty big train for one passenger.
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station. I've got to find a way of getting the train up here.
Well, this like picture of a sky is throwing me off. There's an old painting with like a lot of clocks that are like kind of melting in a world that, I don't know, as a kid it looked pretty apocalyptic. The setting of the world that the clocks was in. It's a famous painting, I can't think of the painter. And it's gonna be on my mind for a while now, so maybe I'll add it in after I edit the building. After I edit the video. It's because I'm looking at this giant structure. Which looks like Sector 7 from Final Fantasy. Was it Sector 7 or was it Sector 8 that that the bar was in Final Fantasy 7? Nope, can't go that way. Although it's like dated, the look is still beautiful. That's why aesthetics are so important. Like no matter how dated or garish your graphics are, as long as aesthetically it's gorgeous, it can still be appealing.
Kate Walker!
Whoa.
Kate Walker! Come over here, please! I have something to say to you!
Alright. Might have to wrap it up soon. I'm getting pretty hungry. I mean, I left Valladolid, so that was an accomplishment.
Yes, Oscar, what is it?
A message has arrived for you.
A message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now, sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker.
There's a winding machine further on down there. But we're going to have to shift the train 50 yards.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Train Engineer's Instruction Manual, Chapter 3, Article 2. Once the springs are slack, the train cannot move.
The train cannot move by itself, Oscar. Only by itself. Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
Okay, so I guess I go to the university? This is the only place I have. Oh. I'm guessing it's out this doorway, but kind of want to look around a little bit more.
I need a key.
Clearly. In case of problems didn't get deleted, I guess call this number 2766-6742. Oh, holy shit. Where am I? Oh. Is this? Oh, that was a weird. That threw me off.
Hey there! On the boat!
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, "Hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?"
I love their voices.
My name is Kate Walker, and I'm a lawyer. I'm in charge of this train. This situation is really very new to me.
Lawyer, good job. Earn lot of money.
A lot? A lot? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I can't really complain, I guess. There's worse.
Lawyer always ask a lot of money.
Can we change the subject, please? I really don't want to go down this road.
I know all about that.
It must be really neat to travel by river.
Oh, schlecht Boot. Eine vergete das Grund. Für mich, locker ist fantastica. Eine kleine Rot mit Ustet, okay. You got.
Excuse me?
My husband say he like his barge and he not like your train. Too noisy. If you want to travel in tin can, you stay in tin can.
Sure. Have you gone down to take a look around the station yet? It's amazing. You know, it's full of exotic birds.
Me to my gear? Ja. Ja, mit pleasure.
We no leave boat. Husband is land sick.
Is it the locks that are stopping you from carrying on your journey?
Da, barge no pass. Lock closed.
Have you tried, like, just opening them?
Nay, not possible. Have tried. Now system kaput.
Oh, dear. I am sorry about that. Looks like we're all being held prisoners in Barrackstadt then, in a way. Funny that, isn't it?
Mission.
Are you from Barrackstadt?
Niet.
So you're like me. Birds just passing through. I'm stuck here because of my train.
Kleine Puskereisen mit uns, no?
What did he say?
Train kaput. No luck for you.
I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Por que no? More money for that work.
Da, is possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150?
Yeah,
I don't have that much.
That's a lot.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you $75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. I'll leave you to it.
До свидания.
Where the hell am I supposed to get $100? I know Oscar don't have no money. Should have borrowed it from the concierge back in Valladolid. Guess I will go this way now. Yeah, I'm like starving. My stomach is about to start crumbling. That looks like a puzzle. I'll wait.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine. Love those big round eyes.
Bruh.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
guy needs to learn some manners. Left or right? Let's go right.
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but...
This young Mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
Yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
I need $100.
To tell you the truth, I don't know very much about mammoths, and I'm not here as a student. In fact, I'm a lawyer.
It's all right. Nobody's perfect. All the same, the study of the Pleistocene period is fascinating.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sorry to say my current mission is totally monopolizing my time. Another time, maybe.
Ah, that's what they all say. But anyway, let me present myself. I'm Cornelius Ponce, Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barrockstadt. I'm proud to say that I'm head of the Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you. To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans.
What?
At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes. He kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mount, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
That's a better way of saying
No,
it.
that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent the story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Arriving in Barrockstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry, all this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
He's talking about Hans again.
Yes. I think I can believe that. At least I'm beginning to. My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo, that's right. But, oh, I'm so foolish, I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much.
Amazon is a play on Amazon? Watch Amazon be like a real place that I never heard of. I need some money, but that seems like a lot to ask you, so we'll go to locks.
I'm under the impression that if I am to continue my journey, I'm going to have to open the locks on the canal.
You're probably right, my dear, so open the locks. Whether they are open or closed is none of my business.
Fair enough. Alright, bruh. I'm about $5.
Professor, how do I say this? You see, I didn't think I'd need a lot of money when I set out. And it turns out I need money after all. It's a delicate matter, I know, but I was wondering if you could help me out.
My dear, it would be a pleasure, but you see, I barely have enough myself to cover my meager expenditure on what I'm paid by the university.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend or...
However, if we look at the example of Hans, it is true that our university always rewards people who perform some service for it. This is our dear rector's jurisdiction, however.
Mission? Oh, okay. So he brought up the Ute or whatever the tribal people were, and I think he said something like about a little mammoth piece, so maybe that's what I have on the train, and then I can get money from like the head of the school or whatever.
Please do excuse my persistence, Professor, but did Hans Vorarlberg ever talk about his childhood? About Valadilene and his sister, Anna?
No, not that I recall.
Pity.
When I think of Hans, I'm always reminded of a mysterious mammoth doll he would talk about so often. A small effigy of a mammoth made of hide and mounted with its own miniature mouth. How come he was so lucky? Why have I not seen this?
So I guess I bring that to him?
I feel I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen your moment. I absolutely must finish off my lecture for this afternoon.
It's a lecture about mammoths?
Oh, yes and no. More specifically, it is about their migration. Do excuse me, I need to concentrate.
I'll leave you in peace.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
What do you say? Go to the library, get the money from whoever's in charge. And the mammoth toy. Let me go get that toy now. Then I'll go to the library, and then I'll talk to whoever's in charge of the school. And I need $100 so I can move my boat. Bruh. Bruh. Well, let me on the train. Mammothal was back here. Hopefully it lets me pick it up. Voila. Let's get that queued up. Yeah, that looks great. The textures for the school was so dated. It looks like a student project, but sure, back when it released it was ahead of its time. And voila.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see, your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
Do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
In that case, see you later.
I'll hold off on visiting him. Let's go to the library. Where's the library? Oh, wow. That looks pretty good. I think this is, what's this, the stage? The commons room? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm trying to like make this $100 and then wrap the video up, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. What is it in here? Oh, this is the library. Natura non facit saltus doctus. I'm pronouncing that all wrong. Can't talk to him. Amazon memories of an expedition. There's like an airplane flying by, so sorry. Alexander. Is that a V? Vatimbois? Oh, I write in cursive, but this is some very nice cursive. The red Amazon cuckoo. This subspecies of the common cuckoo's harness It is endemic in the Amazon forest and is one of the region's most brightly colored species. The male's plumage? The male's plumage is a bright vermilion, while the female's is a little more... I can't read this. It's so close together and tiny, and I need glasses, so this is really making me feel blind. Habitat and food. The red cuckoo inhabits the more isolated and dense areas of the Amazon forest. It is reliant on the thick upper foliage of the rainforest to live its lonely existence. Wow, that's depressing. Beautiful picture. The explorer may nevertheless have an excellent view of the bird when the animal ventures to lower branches in search of forest sauvignon. I don't know. The wild vines provide the bird with the majority of its food. The cuckoo is particularly partial to its juicy fruit. The red cuckoos may sometimes gorge itself on this fruit to the point of drunkenness, rendering it an easy prey for any jungle predator. Eat and be eaten, such as the implacable law of nature. Implacable. What? Reproduction. Like other species of cuckoo, the red Amazon cuckoo delegates the task of raising its young to other birds. This parasite behavior enables the species to reproduce prolifically and with minimum effort. The female cuckoo scouts its territory on the lookout for a nest under construction. She chooses the moment when its owners are absent to lay her eggs, generally in the afternoon. The host, meanwhile, will lay mainly in the morning. After laying an egg in a sedated nest, the female will remove one of the host eggs and destroy it or eat it later. Bro, I wish this font was slightly bigger. The cuckoo's egg generally hatches before the egg of its adopted brothers and sisters. The cuckoo chick will instinctively edge the other eggs from the nest. The young cuckoo grows fast. Sometimes its foster parents will perch on the back of the hungry chick to feed it. Even if the cuckoo's egg is very different to the smaller host eggs, it nevertheless mimics the host egg in certain ways. Not perfectly, but just enough to be accepted by most species. The future? The red cuckoo's love of the grape could sadly prove fatal for the species in the medium term. European settlers who have tried to cultivate the grape on the Amazonian alluvial plains, I can't read that, have decimated the Amazon red cuckoo population. Story of the world. Great procedures to protect that harvest from? What they would call inveterate looting? I can't read, it's so tiny for me. Have declared all-out war on the bird. It is to be feared that the cuckoo will be on the losing side. The red cuckoo reproduces in capacity. Bruh. And is one of the jewels in the crown of the Rockstadt University ornithological collections. However, scientists at the university have their own reservations about the species and its prosperity to become practically invasive whenever conditions are favorable to it, to the detriment of other rarer species. Heads of the Bergstadt Aviary have therefore undertaken a policy of birth control to attempt to balance out native... No way I'm gonna read that. In the artificial environment. Today, it is very rare to find the forest sauvignon grapes in the wild. The species has been decimated by a terrible equatorial phyllox era epidemic. I have no idea what that means. However, in Europe, successful cultivation of the plant is the pride of the Bergstadt University botany collection and has largely contributed to the survival of the species around the world. That was the struggle. Damn, I feel stupid.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
Okay.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
I mean, he has a point, but he also got a stank-ass attitude. Dear God. The Illustrated Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. Oh, that's a dope picture. The one to the lower right. The Yangola cola. The Yangala cola is a mushroom without stem that has a chewy texture. It is a member of the polyphore family and grows exclusively on the trunks of certain trees of the Amazonian jungle. While it is edible when young, the Yongala Cola has a woody texture and inspired flavor and offers no great culinary appeal. Native Amazonian tribes, however, are very attached to the mushroom. Why they are so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to elucidate. Biologists have reached the conclusion that the Yongala Cola contains a special substance that is unique to the mushroom. The substance significantly affects vision and enhances its acuteness. I'm going to guess and say that's acuteness. I don't know. Amazonian Indian hunters discovered this effect and started using it centuries ago. The Yongala Cola is dried and ground to a powder and consumed before the hunt commences. Okay, so it's pretty much manufactured at the site. Its effect is instantaneous and the penetration of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. The hunter is then able to aim and hit targets concealed behind thick undergrowth, even over great distances. Okay. Well, that was it. That was pretty interesting. That's all I get. Okay. Well, that's the library. Maybe now I can get that $100. Is this the principal or the dean or whatever? Yep, looks like it.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
Talkative guys, that all escalated very quickly.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Kate Walker.
Walker, haven't we already had a Miss Walker? Ethnology Masters, September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June 68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
Tradition, young lady. One must always uphold tradition.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far.
Rude as hell.
He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. paleontology mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
Wow. The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
I gathered that.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
Well, that's short and to the point.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from far-away exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
Do you remember Alexander Valenbois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice indeed. It must be said the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
I do need some money, but let's talk about the Yangala Cola.
Can you tell me if I can find Yangala Cola here in Bagstadt?
I'm sorry, come again? What on earth are you suggesting, miss? How positively infuriating.
I am sorry. Look, are there any...
Yongala Cola!
The lady said Yangala Koala.
No, she said Yongala Cola.
No, you have no idea. It's Yangola Koala. Do try to follow.
No! Right Honorable Assistant Rector, sir, are you in any way insinuating that I am hard of hearing?
I would not dream of such an insinuation, oh Right Honorable Assistant Rector, sir. Dyslexic, maybe, however. I seem to remember you having a little difficulty pronouncing tricky tropical names.
What? I think you'll find it's you who has deficiencies in the area of cultural matters.
Gentlemen, please. The right pronunciation is Yangala Cola. It's a little...
We understood.
Perfectly.
And why might you be looking for this Yang thingamajig?
Indeed. What a strange request. Why could you possibly need Yangala Koala?
You wouldn't know if there is any Forest Sauvignon here in Barkstadt, would you?
Absolutely.
When he says absolutely, he means, of course, absolutely none.
What we mean, of course, is that we are absolutely positive there is no Forest Sauvignon here in Barakstadt.
Really? Are you sure? Because I read in a book that Barakstadt possesses a number of plants. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of some if possible.
Out of the question, miss. Don't forget the regulations, miss. Don't forget them. Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. And quickly!
The assistant rector means to say that our priority is for you to remove your train from our station. Your research will have to wait until your next stop.
Yes, that's right. Your train must leave the station immediately, so please refrain from wasting our time in needless visitations.
They seemed a little dodgy when I brought that up.
If you can possibly get the canal lock open, then the sailors will be able to tow the train up to the winding machine.
What a surprising request.
Open the lock? What a singular idea.
Our university isn't responsible for the functioning of the canal locks. A different administration deals with that, miss.
Alright, mission.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university, and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
Bruh.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
Alright. I need some money.
Some sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. You are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barakstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
These guys are extremely talkative, but I think they're very well, let me out. Let me out. Very well writ. Find them enjoyable. So I gotta fix something. Maybe I should go get that toy back first. Wait. Is this a cylinder barrel shot? It kind of reminds me of like a, probably super wrong, but Farsi. I believe Farsi uses that. I don't know what it's called, but the ah in certain phrases or words. I'm like mashing A on everything just because I stumbled upon that, so might be something else. Whoa. Did I just phase through? I did. Just like Kitty Pryde.
What is it you want to know, miss?
I mean, you know who I
I
am.
would have loved to study at a university like this.
No age is too old to start learning, my dear.
This is true.
Maybe, but you know, the eternal student and all.
You prefer being an eternal lawyer?
I have more important things to deal with. Live problems, not things that died millions of years ago.
Everyone has their own priorities, my child.
If I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
Mushroom.
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Bergstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But, you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much.
It's good to know. And help?
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
Did he give me back my toy?
You told me earlier about a lecture on some ancient Siberian tribe called the Ooks or something?
The Yukols, my dear. Careful not to confuse them with the Ukistran people of Central Asia.
Do excuse me. I wanted to know if your lecture is going to start soon.
Your eagerness to learn delights me, my dear. But I haven't finished studying this marvelous mammoth effigy yet. Don't worry, I will call you. And see you later.
Alright.
I'll leave you in peace.
Sorry? No!
Talk to the station master. And fix the centerpiece.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Bergstadt.
Bollocks, what? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Motherfucker. On that note, gonna call it here. And yeah, I'll be back next time. Thank you for watching. Good day, take care, and see you next time.